In last year's Connacht Football semi-finals, Roscommon overcame Leitrim to face Mayo in the title decider. This year, with Mayo already through, it was Leitrim and Roscommon once again for a place in the final. Highlights of the game played at Carrick-on-Shannon with Ger Canning.
Donoghue unable to fetch. Kildare instead in there, feeding it outside to Paul Early. Just pushed as he was playing that ball down towards his full forward Lorcan Dowd, who has it. Dowd, good run forward. That's a fine score by Lorcan Dowd. Fisted down by Pat Donoghue, picked up by Tommy Graham. It's been impressive so far in the limited amount of action that he's been called into play. Lorcan Dowd touching it on the ground, but play continues. Junior McManus, first chance to get a score, and he's put it over the bar. Noel Moran taking the free kick himself. Good deep one this time. And again some holding. Referee signalling a Leitrim free, which Porrick Kenny punts ahead towards Aidan Rooney. Wrestled away from him by Enon Gavin, quite fairly. He gives away a very bad ball, however, to Porrick Kenny. 3 points the margin. Not any longer. Back to a mere 2. It's going to be a tough task for Joey Connaughton to keep tabs on Porrick Kenny. Perhaps the sharpest of the Leitrim forwards. Roscommon getting the free kick. They're holding it midfield. Down towards Lorcan Dowd, judged it perfectly, skips away from Mickey Quinn. And that's Paul Early! The goal by Paul Early after 20 minutes of the first half. Joe Honeyman is a brother of Ollie, who's one of the Leitrim selectors. Marvellous fetch by Liam Conlon. Conlon for Leitrim, a Leitrim side trailing by a goal and 4 points to 2 points. Nicely on. Conlon once again, the starter of that move, and he finishes with a goal. That brings Leitrim right back into it. He got a goal against Galway in the last round, and a goal now against Roscommon in the semi-final. Is that to be a lucky omen? Tom Ryan. Ooh. Paul Early getting away from Declan Darcy quite easily. Lorcan Dowd. Junior McManus to play it out towards Paul Early on that wing, where he got the goal earlier. Inside for Seamus Killoran. Fisted forward, nobody in there. Don Canellan is. Taken quickly by Aidan Rooney. Nicely inside by Porrick Kenny, needing to bridge the gap once again. Cleverly over the bar. Pat Donoghue showing that what John Newton can do, he can do as well, but he's left it behind this time to Don Canellan. Nicely onto Tom Ryan to extend Roscommon's half-time position. Marvellous score. And it all came from Pat Donoghue's fine fetch, but inability to hold on. And Roscommon, fleet-footed, moved into the attack and scored a fine point. Ward racing for it, won by Tom Ryan here. The army officer based at Collins Barracks, to John Newton. Ryan once again, good return ball. Getting there ahead of 3 Leitrim players, kicking well. That's a super point by Tom Ryan, his second point of the match. John O'Mahony has done a very good job with this Leitrim team, picking up where PJ Carroll more or less left off at the helm here. Now Paul Kieran, players in support. Conlon, already with a goal to his credit, booted away in desperation by Enon Gavin. Don Canellan for Roscommon, who looks such a potent force as Tommy Graham moving into attack. Ball down. Doug Dale the culprit. Lorcan Dowd now, first chance to impress in the second half against Mickey Quinn. Quinn getting back goal side, supported there by Darcy. High up into the air it goes, and Tom Ryan has kicked over another one. And away on the far side, there's another player on the ground. The Roscommon wing forward, I think it's Don Canellan. And Jerry Flanagan, the player who was nearest to him. This time it would appear as though Jerry Flanagan is making that long, lonely journey to the far sideline. 19 minutes into the second half. So 15-man Roscommon. This is the player who was fouled, Don Connellan, which led to the dismissal of Jerry Flanagan. Paul Early popping it up into the air. One umpire says to the other, wave the white flag, and that he does. Conlon. Well, Leitrim haven't had too many chances in the second half. This is one here, it strikes the post from Rooney, and it goes outside. Well, they've only had 2 attempts in the second half, and both of those were points. And that was a close one by Aidan Rooney. And Darcy ready to take it quickly to Kenny. Back to Darcy, have to get this one, does so! Oh, it's struck over the bar magnificently by Declan Darcy. Darcy from Mahawillan, cutting back the lead once again. Only 2 points between them. Tommy Grehan's free kick. 15 seconds to go, not counting injury time, and that's kicked high and over the bar by Lorcan Dowd. Lorcan Dowd's second point, 112 to 19. And now it looks good for Roscommon, and not so good from a John O'Mahony point of view. Darcy coming down confidently, but not such a good pass. The foul in any case. Foul by Tommy Grehan. Leitrim have possession. They've also won an additional 13 metres because they didn't retreat fast enough. The player on the ground still is Declan Darcy. So is he to go for a point, or will he lob it in and hope for a goal? He's lobbing it in. And Breen is in, and it's a good save! Dora Kenny still has it. Wide across the face of the goal, punched out again by Leo Shield, another 45. That was so near. Breen made contact, but the goalkeeper, he may not have known a lot about it. He was in the right place to make the save. Rooney to take it again. This time short to Declan Darcy. George Dugdale now, back to Darcy again. Trying to do a Meath against Dublin a few years ago. They've won the free in. 25 metres or thereabouts. 112 to 19. This is what happened a little while ago. There was Barney Breen. That was the save. Excellent save. So it's all come down to this. After Roscommon were kicking themselves out of the game with wide after wide, Leitrim are still there, just about. Darcy hits it. It's gone over the bar, and it's all over. 2 points the margin at the end. Leitrim look crestfallen. Well, they might. The full-time score, Roscommon 1 goal and 12, Leitrim 1 goal and 10.
So Leitrim still without a place in the Connacht final since 1967, and it'll be Roscommon against Mayo on July the 25th in this year's decider. In Leinster, Kildare, who were last year's beaten finalists, played Offaly in Portlaoise in the first of this year's semi-finals. The best of the action now with Jimmy McGee.
It's Martin Lynch for Kildare. Liam Miley. Plenty of room for an angle here from Miley. Referee allows him to play on. Paul McLaughlin will return the ball in the first chance of the game. And the first score for Kildare. Vinnie Egan's kick lands in the battlefield of midfield. It's Dennis Kelly. Full forward, Tom Coffey. A great piece of fielding in there by Peter Brady. Can he get a total? That is an absolutely super score. On the break, it's Buckley. Oh, great piece of pace. Getting right through the core of the Offaly defence. Goes for the punt score and takes it. Buckley on fire. They're there in the lead. Sean McGovern. Glenn Ryan. Glenn Ryan to Paul McLaughlin on his left foot. Chance here. And that's a super point. Offaly need to do something now coming up to half-time. Sean Grennan trying to get something going for them. Ken Doyle here, played very well at wing-back. Paul McLaughlin. Lovely little layoff. Anthony Rainbow. Niall Buckley. Dermot Doyle. Oh, great piece of pace by Dermot Doyle. He's in for a chance here. Kildare looking for the score. Buckley again. Buckley to Miley. And breaking through is Glenn Ryan. Offaly looked gone, leg weary and torn. And Glenn Ryan puts it over the bar. This is Ronan Mooney. Started left half forward, now playing centre field. Sean Brennan. Back to Peter Brady. There's a bit more life and fire in the team. There's Vinnie Claffey. There's a good movement by Offaly. And Padraig Moran at the end of it puts it over the rat. Can it be that the faithful county will make a comeback? Tom Coffey on it. Into Pat Spollen, looks for the target. And it's over the net. McGovern jumps, mistimes it. Padraig Dunn knocks it down. This man's made a difference since he came in. Here's Ronan Mooney. There might be a score on here for Offaly. Padraig Dunn following up, puts it over the bar. Now just 5 points between them. What a transformation. And again in midfield, Padraig Dunn flaking it down with snow on it on this hot day in Burnley. Davy Dalton to Glenn Ryan. Now Kildare have got to show their mettle. Johnny McDonald. McDonald to Lynch. Lethal coming onto the play like that. Oh, great run by Lynch. Get it on his left foot, get it on his right hand, get it on everything, and over the bar. Number 11. Now the unmistakable Niall Buckley. Dropping it in there, the keeper. It's in the net! Now the umpire waves the green flag. The referee is not all that sure. It's a goal, it stands, it's a goal with just 13 minutes to go. Now Glenn Ryan. Glenn Ryan to Liam Miley. Miley to Lynch. Here he goes again. A fierce drive through the centre. Johnny McDonald. Into Lynch. Lynch to Miley. Miley to Dermot Doyle. Take it out. Great goal by Kildare. Super piece of football by the Lily Whites. That was a super move, everyone involved in it. Passing movement that made the extra man, took the defenders one at a time and left Dermot Doyle with the handiest of tasks. Roll on, Meath or Dublin.
Kildare through then to their second successive final. Tomorrow there's the sellout game between Dublin and Meath, on a day when fans of Gaelic games are simply spoiled for choice. Dublin have already won this year's National Football League title, defeating the reigning All-Ireland champions Donegal in a replay.
By Dublin as always. Clark kicking it forward towards Doran. One of the newcomers this season. He's got through, jersey pulled, fouled, allowed an advantage. And it's Vinnie Murphy who kicks it and he puts it up and over the bar.
The form of Dublin's opponents Meath in the Leinster Championship indicates that the game will be very close.
Giving it outside to Colin Brady. Colin forcing his way through. They've got an opportunity here. Oh, what a start for Meath.
In Munster, Tipperary's hurlers were in sparkling form to beat Kerry for a place in tomorrow's final.
Gets it to Michael Cleary. There's a goal chance on here. Oh, yes.
But having beaten the reigning All-Ireland champions Cork, who would bet against this year's surprise team, Clare?
It's only a bit of a lottery, I think I said earlier. Shawnee McCarthy now at wing back, fires it forward where John Russell is gaining in confidence. The centre of Clare's half-back line, and he's put it over the bar. But again,
in the Ulster hurling final, it's Antrim against Down, as it was a year ago when Down upset the form book. And in Ulster football, it's back to Cavan for Armagh and the All-Ireland champions Donegal, who left it very late last week.
As Gallagher throws it in. The substitute Duffy gets it. Duffy kicks it high. Duffy kicks it over the bar. And the Raleigh come on.
2 hurling finals and 2 football semi-finals. Action from all 4 next week on Gaelic Games.